Hey yo, Rise and Shine, it's your boy Rise, and we're going to be looking at two different mice today. We have here the Vancer caster. I did a little sneak peek of them a little while back. And we have the Vancer Pollux. So we got a symmetrical mouse we're going to look at. We have an ergo mouse we're going to look at. We're going to look at size comparisons between different mice, and we're going to go from there. So buckle up, let's dive in, and let's see what we got. All right, so we got two mice that we're going to review today. We got the Vancer caster, which is a symmetrical mouse. Probably why you're wondering why is the 10s here. We're going to compare them. We got the Pollux, which is their ergo, and for comparison, we're going to be using the X-Lite V2 Mini. So let's talk about them. These are the newest additions. They're both rocking $33.95 sensors. They both come with an abundant amount of accessories. These come in at around 52 to 55 grams. And, well, based on the color you get, is going to be the color of accessories you get. One, the caster comes with the white dongle, and the Pollux comes with the purple. So this is the basic edition. They are making a pro edition, which will have the display on it. I heard you can update the firmware to get 2K hertz on the basic, but I haven't actually got a response back or any firmware updates. So we're sticking with 1000 hertz. Now, when you look at the shapes of these mice, in my opinion, the symmetrical really isn't too special, right? Because one, we already have the final mouse shape. But the difference is that the final mouse is just smaller, right? It's a smaller version of the GEMINI. Let's move these out of the way so we can get some better looks. We're going to swap over to the other cam real quick. So we got the final mouse, 10s, small, and we got the Vancer caster. When you look at it from here, they look identical, right? Shape-wise. Length-wise, the caster is going to be a tad longer. They will have the same symmetrical shape. They'll have everything the same. Obviously, the 10s is going to be a lot lighter. But caster, you don't have any holes. All right, you have no holes. So when it comes to the feel of the caster, it's going to be feeling in hand. It's very similar compared to this. It does feel a little wider, but it's not like drastic in size difference. 10s, you can pull back in your hand a little better. Caster, I think it's going to imitate more the medium size Starlight. I've never used a medium size Starlight, but there really isn't too much shape difference. The only difference you're going to get is no holes. Side buttons are pretty good. The back one feels a little mushy. The scroll wheel is tactile. Nice, you can feel the steps. Some of the additions, these are the grips that actually came with them. You get a arm sleeve. Arm sleeve is a different color based on the mouse you get. Purple accessories with the Pollux, white accessories with the caster. Ice skates, or not the ice skates, what am I talking about? The mouse skates, right? Let's turn this off. The skates are obviously different shapes based on the mouse, but they're the same material, same smooth glide. Like, you're not gonna have a hard time with using any of these on any kind of mouse pad. I mean the Vancer Ice, that's what I've used to really test these out. And I played really well on both of them. So now we got the comparisons out of the way with the 10s in the caster, let's talk about the X-Lite V2 and the Polex. So let's bring it over to the other screen. These guys right here. They are both small ergo shapes, right? But as you can tell, there is a little more flare out on the Polex on the right hand side, right? And I think that's where this one actually stands out more than the X-Lite. So let's slide back over on the other one and I'll show you why. So when I hold the X-Lite, right, it does feel a little taller. But when I comfortably grab it, it just kind of, yes, it flows with the mouse, but the difference is going to be the right side where a lot of people's index finger is going to go. This one, you got a bunch of holes everywhere. Cool, whatever. And that's where my hand goes. It's right under the holes, which I don't feel them because I don't place it on the hole. Now, with the Polex, this has a flare out on the right hand side. So the Polex is going to flow with your hand more naturally. I know a lot of people when I first got this in were like, wow, that mouse really looks locked in. And honestly, it is. This one has a little curvature on the right hand side that really allows, one, for my hand size to really lock in my ring finger, right? So I do play a little better on the Polex than I do on the X-Lite. Once again, they're both incredible mice, right? If you like ergos, you can't go wrong with either or. The Polex in hand feels a little short, like a little shorter, not as tall as the X-Lite, right? But it curves a little better, a little more natural with your hand. And that's the idea around this. Vancer wanted to really get a mouse that flows with the gamer's hand. As you can see underneath, my thumb's locked in. My hand's just completely locked into the shape. And my ring finger is locked in on the right-hand side. So I get a little better tracking performance, right? On all ergos, I don't really... I like symmetrical mice because my flicks are a little better on the symmetrical compared to the ergos. That's why I don't main an ergo. I get a better performance overall with symmetrical mice. But it's a great shape. I mean, you get... Let's open the box and I'll show you. We're gonna show you what you get. You get a hey. You get pretty damn cool card that talks about the brand a lot more and talks about what they want to do as a company. And I highly respect them because we're speaking to them through DMs. They are really passionate about gaming, right? You get a set of grips. Awesome. You get the dongle. Like I said, the colors are going to match the colors. I think you actually get a black one. You get a black one. You don't get a purple one. But what else do you get? Arm sleeve. Based on the color you get. Black and purple. Black and purple Polex. White and blue with the caster. What else do you get? You get an extra set of skates. Holy moly. What other companies send you skates, right? A lot of companies don't. Which kind of sucks. I think every company should give at least one extra pair of skates. There you go. Nice, short, little review on the shapes, on the comparisons between different mice, what you get in a box, what I like about them. Now, what I don't like about them. I really do not like the coating. The coating feels like it gets a little... If your hands get a little clammy when you're gaming, especially if you're in a humid environment, if your room gets hot. I think that they could be a little better coating. I have the X2 Red right here. This is the one I've been using to swap screens. I just got this one today. This thing feels awesome. I like it. I really like it. I'm an addict for the X2, right? I have a few of them. You know, I got 2 of them going to Nacho. We got his custom one that he built for himself that I bought. And we have my Founders Edition getting sent to him to customize. That one's going to be a hot one, so be on the lookout for that. But when it comes to the coating, I like the coating on the X2 on the hand way better than I like the Pollux or the caster. That's why I actually have grips on the caster. Because it feels like it gets a little... It's like a glossy like coating where it feels like it gets a little slippery at sometimes, but it feels like it gets a little clammy, a little sticky at sometimes. So it's weird. It's weird how it works with like humidity on your fingers and your hand and all that. But there you go. There you have it. You got you get 2 mice coming out from them that anybody can use. There's no issues with performance that I found when I was using them. They'll have a software that you can do. You can change the debounce. The debounce is set at 12 though, out of the box. I would like to see that a little lower on default. Because Glorious has theirs set at 10 right out of the box. So other than that, they're great mice, right? Not the best. They won't be my main, because I do think that there's a little better things out there, right? Now, it's not me hating on the mouse. It's just based on my opinion, right? I'd rather pick up the X-Lite for a few extra dollars, because the casters and the Pollux are going to be, I believe, around 90 bucks on release. Once again, I don't know when they release. They haven't given a date. They haven't said anything about them. So we're going to go from there. But that's it, guys. Love you guys. Rise up. See you in the stream. God bless. Yeah.